Hey, guess what? I'm back. I just left you, and now I'm back already the next day. It's like that for me. um, it is only 12:24 right now, so I cannot check my mail for another half hour almost, because they normally go to lunch from 12 to 1. So I'm going to sit out here and relax a little bit. Maybe could surf on my phone, or I could try to tell you a story. Now, I wish I had a story ready to go in my mind. My friend Dina, I can see her windows from here, but she's working. Unless she took the day off. I don't know if she did or not. Otherwise, I'd invite her over here to the library. That's the Y, so MCA over here. I don't know how much they charge there. I should see. But they're not open 24 hours. I like the 24-hour places. I really liked Anytime Fitness. But I gotta get back to work so I can get that going or keep it going or something. I haven't been to Anytime Fitness in a couple of weeks now because I've been so busy and get to stay at the hotel and stuff. But I'm behind on my payments for that too, so I don't know if they shut my fob off yet or not. But I've already fulfilled the contract with them, But one of those company deals where at the end of your contract they don't just stop billing you and say, "Oh, well, you got to renew your contract if you want to keep pushing with us." They just automatically keep billing you and raking more money out of you. Well, right now I don't have no money, so I could call them and tell them, "Hey, cancel it, stop billing me." But because of my situation and I'm still looking for work and stuff, if they want to keep billing me at the moment and my fob still works, well, at least then I can still take a shower and get clean and stuff and work out and all that good stuff, I don't work out like I used to when I was younger. I used to really work out hard when I was younger. I mean, super, super hard. I was in primo shape. My why can't I think of the word of people you look up to? Not heroes, not idolize, kind of like influences. Can't think of the name right now. The word I'm looking for. You probably know the word I'm looking for, but I just can't think of it at the moment. But those people that I looked up to as I was growing up, that were pretty big influences on me for health and getting and being in good shape and stuff, was Sylvester Stallone. Well, actually Bruce Lee, because I talked about that in one of my videos. Because Bruce Lee, when I was a little kid growing up, all my cousins and uncles, Bruce Lee was really popular in the movies and stuff. And everybody's going to running to see the new Bruce Lee movie, and they'd be out when we'd get together for family functions. They'd all be slapping hands and throwing kicks at each other and stuff. Bruce Lee, ooh, whoa, So as a kid, I was very impressionable at that, and was like, thought my uncles and cousins, wow, look at them really moving their hands and kicking their feet, and they're all saying this Bruce Lee stuff and making these little oohs and ahs and whoa, and they'd get really dramatic, because they were mimicking what they see in the movies. Well, that was impressive to me, so I thought all my uncles and cousins were all tough and cool and stuff, the way they're playing slap hands, and man, whoever this Bruce Lee guy is, he must be something else. He must be pretty special if all my cousins and uncles like him. So that's how I got into martial arts and started studying on my own and got Bruce Lee's book, Taoji, Kundo, and a lot of Bruce Lee books, and I got both my biological father and my stepfather were both into boxing. So I had a boxing background, boxing training, and then I got into martial arts big time on my own, just trying to read and learn, and Sylvester Stallone. I liked his movie First Blood because he didn't have as much dialogue in that movie. I was impressed that it was a lot of acting because he didn't have a lot of dialogue in that movie, and so I was impressed with the whole way it was filmed. Even though I didn't learn this camera stuff, or I'm still learning it, but I wasn't into that until, 7 years ago or so, I started looking into it and thinking about doing YouTube. Didn't know nothing going into it. But I was impressed back then with First Blood just because of him not having a lot of dialogue till near the end of the movie. He had more dialogue. But otherwise, it felt like he was doing more acting, you know. And so I really liked that movie. And then when he made the second one, Rambo First Blood Part 2, my goodness gracious. His body was just so defined, you know, because I was already a fan of the first movie and they made the Rocky movies, you know, and that goes back to the boxing with me. So I liked them because of the Rocky movies, which were great movies too. The first one, when Rocky first came out, the first one, what a great movie, just amazing. And Sylvester Stallone's really got a cool history behind him and how he broke into the business and standing his ground. And everything I've researched about him, he's a super hard worker. He's a really good guy and a super hard worker. Got a real strong work ethic. But anyway, going from First Blood to Rambo First Blood Part 2, and then in that, I don't know which Rocky he was making then, in the process of all that. I can't remember now. Back then when I was really watching him, where I knew it all. I wasn't a know-it-all, but I knew it all. Anyway, in that second movie, man, he was so cut. And well, then there's a scene where he gets captured in Vietnam or whatever over there when he's trying to go rescue Vietnam vets that were in a prison camp that the government was hiding them or didn't know, like they were all dead and gone or something or whatever. But anyway, I don't want to tell too much of the movie because if you haven't seen it, see the first one, First Blood, first, then see them in order. Pretty good movies. If you like that kind of stuff, action stuff. But yeah, there was a scene where they had this electricity hooked up to this bed spring from the old bed springs, and with a turning dial, which, if you know how electricity works or that kind of a thing, as you crank that up past each contact, it's increasing the voltage more and more. Well, they got him on it, you know, like they're shocking him. Of course, it's all acting, and when they got him strapped there and they turn up electricity and he's just like, oh, you know, because they're shocking him. You could just see the definition in all his muscles everywhere. Just he was in super good shape. And I just thought, wow, I wish I was in that good a shape, man. You know? So that was where I really started working out even harder. And I made in our rafters in the garage, I took a bunch of scrap pallets and plywood, or not plywood, maybe all scrap pallet boards and different boards, and I made a whole platform up in our rafters. And then I took some good thick rope and ran it from I can't think of the name of the trusses or whatever, for the roof trusses or whatever. Anyway, I ran it from one to the other, looped it around so it came up over my platform and back down, and then, you know, tied it off and anchored it all in. Then I wrapped towels around the rope so it wouldn't be so hard on my legs. And then after I wrapped towels around them, then I put some electrical tape to hold the towels from unraveling, so it had padding on the rope. So then when I'd go up, I could go up there, I'd jump up, catch the beams, pull myself up, and fling my legs up and put them on there, kind of like at a playground set. And then I'd slide my feet underneath that rope with the towels, and I had it measured out so that way, right at the bend of my knees, I could hook my feet and then hang from the bend of my knees upside down from the rafters. And then I'd do sit-ups that way and straighten my whole body out that way. That's how I'd do sit-ups. And that's because I seen something like that in one of his movies where he was training as Rocky, you know. And when Sylvester Stallone did that second Rambo movie, I guess if I remember correctly, because I was a young kid then, if I remember correctly, I'd heard that he went on like a fish and rice diet for I forget how many days and was working out. Oh, cool, a plane's coming into the airport right now. Oh, I wish I could. I ain't gonna make it in time, dang it. I was gonna try to flip the camera around, but it's already going down beyond the tree line. That would have been cool to catch on film as it was coming in, because it was coming down right over the apartments. Like, even though it's not over the apartments, it's actually past the apartments, but it looked like it was coming down right over the apartments. So so he went on some like the fish and rice diet or fish and rice and chicken or something. I don't know, but it was he worked hard and trained hard because he wanted to be in good shape for the film to get all those shots and stuff. And I'm sure they slathered him up with baby oil, to make it look like he was sweating, and so you could see the definition and stuff. Now that I'm into filming more, I think about that kind of stuff, about how they set up shots and stuff. But yeah, he was in super duper shape, and I think there was an article that said when he started filming for that movie, he only had 5% body fat, which I don't know if that's exactly healthy to have that low body fat, but that just kind of tells you how you could really see his muscle definition. But yeah, I had that sit-up deal, and then I'd do sit-ups up there, and then because of all my boxing stuff, I had a speed bag that I could dance a speed bag, man, just like Rocky in the movies. I can rattle a speed bag really good. I still probably could, but I wouldn't be as good right now. I'd have to do it a little bit to get back into the flow of it. Man, I could rock that thing. Really impressed my dad. He told me I could hit a speed bag better than he ever could. Made me feel pretty good. He showed me the basics on how to do it, how to do the different timing. First it was 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Because you hit it and it'd go bang bang bang, and now it's on its way back, and then you hit it again. So you can do the 3 count, 1 2 3 1 2 3. Well, then you start learning to do backhands and stuff, and timing it. But then you hit it hard. The harder you hit it, the faster it goes. And because I got into martial arts, I dropped my level down of my speed bag because I got to where I could do splits and kick pretty high and stuff. My God, I couldn't do that now. I wish I could. But so then I got to where I could even, once I lowered my speed bag to a level that was more, equal with my face where my speed bag was, instead of going up high, then I could while I'm going battle, hitting it, I could spin and do a kick and go do, and I could just keep kicking it, go 1 2 3 1 2 3, kicking it, and then I got to where I could kick it this way, kick it that way, punch, kick, punch, and I'd be kicking and punching the speed bag, and just keeping that thing rattling. And I remember, well, first when I was just doing it with my hands, where I got really good, because I could do the 3 counts and then go into a speed 1, where it's just and then and then I'd always trap it at the end, because that's what Dad taught me to do. If I'm going to end in style, he say so. When you're going to end it out, he says, end it with like a hook or something, and then so I'd be like battle, and then I'd go bang and just trap the speed bag in between my hand and the platform, instead of it just swinging away. It's pretty impressive, if you're into that kind of thing, working out. But Dad, I remember his eyes just getting big, like when I showed him, because I'd been practicing so much and he hadn't seen how good I got. And I told him, Dad, come on, you got to come on. I want to show you. I'm getting a little bit better on the speed bag, but I knew I was more than a little better. I got really good. That's before I incorporated my feet. So I showed him, and just seeing his eyebrows going up and his eyes opening wide, and he was like, wow. That's when he told me, he says, you can rattle that speed bag better than I ever could, I said, really? And he said, yeah. He said, I ain't lying to you, son. So that made me feel really good. Helped boost my confidence, And then when I got my feet involved in it, that was kind of cute too, because Dad was a boxing guy. He wasn't a karate guy. And he'd always be like, good boxer will whoop any karate man any day, I disagree with him, but I understand what he's saying, because boxing is a different style. It's got a lot of power in it, man. I mean, you learn how to move your body and move that energy through you. And I learned a lot from boxing, and it's good I did, because that helped me in my journey of learning martial arts on my own. At least I knew how to feel power, because my heavy bag, I really learned how to sock that too, and just really transfer energy into it. But then when I did the foot thing, I'm like, Dad, come on. He said, I know you can hit that speed bag good. I'm like, no, you got to come look. And he's like, because he didn't want to have to go out to the garage and stuff. Because that was a little bit of a journey, And so I start rattling, and I'm doing like a little show. I'd go in between the 3 counts, going battle, and then all of a sudden, I started doing round kicks, and I was doing round kicks like this, and then I came back the other way, and then I did a kick this way, a kick that way. Then I went back into the hands, and then bang, stopped it, and I looked over at him and just had a big grin on my face because I was showing off big time, you know. And Dad didn't want to praise me this time because I think it was probably because of the kick stuff. Dad just kind of looked at me and he was like, "Yeah, that's pretty good." And then he walked out. And yeah, that was cool. Good memories. I haven't thought about that in a long, long time. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, it'd be nice to be in that kind of shape again. God, I'd like to get that little house. I would, because I know if I got my own little gym set up like that. I used to have a total gym too, Chuck Norris total gym. I'd like another one of those. Them things actually work pretty good. You can do a lot of exercises on them, and then they fold up so nice and portable all the way. Yeah, I'd like to have another total gym. Had one, but it was in my storage units. And if I got that little place, God, that garage is set up so perfect. I could build a whole studio in the office, outdoor office thing. I already thought about that too. I can have, because I'd probably want to set the main garage up for, because the camper can pull in there and that. I want to set that up for that and for filming. So if there's nothing in there, you could do backdrops and film videos in there, music videos, whatever, or make a little movie or whatever, build little sets. And then, but in the office where the recording studio and sound studio and all that would be, that's long enough. I do believe I got enough room in there that I can split a couple areas. I can make one small corner sound booth for, doing vocals, for if, if you're, and I'd put sound padding and everything in it, so that way it just totally dampens out any outside disturbance noise. So I'd have a sound booth, and then I think I could have I got an idea for how to set where the console would be, where all the editing computers and all that stuff is. Then on the flip side, because of designing campers and stuff too, I know how to set it up portable where I could have like a pop-out removable table, just like the booth seat is in here, kind of, but a little different. And then I could set that up on. Oh man, I'm jabbling on here again. Jabbling. How do you like that word? I gotta quit dreaming about this house right now. I'm gonna go on and on. Maybe what time is it? We'll go into one more video, so I'll go on about this in the next one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. God bless you.